You have to guarantee Israel's security. And since nobody here is going to actually go there and suit up, because thank God we can do better. They didn't want me either. I tried like hell to get it. They didn't want me. I gave somebody a good laugh. Right? But anyway, so the first thing is you do whatever you can do as citizens of this great country to influence this country to support Israel, no matter whether it's a right-wing government, left-wing government, because it won't make any difference. If Israel falls, it won't make any difference which kind of government fell. This is over. So you guarantee Israel's security politically, number one. Number two, you become part of the conversation with Israelis. You got to know what's going on with the kishkas of Israelis. Have you read in the last year 5 Israeli novels that have been translated into English? We all know the answer to that is no. So make the answer to that yes. You want a list? They're on my website. Seriously, I only put them on there because I want to be able to say that. I've read them already. Do you have a sense of what's really going? You got to be in there and get off the tour bus and talk to Israelis, and it can be done. You got to understand the Israeli soul. You got to understand Israeli honest. That's number 2. Number 3, directing your dollars in very strategic kinds of ways is really, really important. If you're really into women's rights and religious issues, so there are organizations doing that. Direct your money there. If you think that protecting the children of Sderot is really important, then direct your money there. If you're into the arts, but there are values that you can actually support. It's not, sort of just shlach b'chal pnei hamayim, cast the bread upon the waters and hope the money sort of meanders over where it should go. Direct it. That's how you do all your charitable giving. Do it that way for Israel as well. Number 4. Number 4 is this. You got to remember, you have to have context. Context. You have to have a sense of context. These things are very, very worrisome. They are very, very worrisome. I worry too. I really worry. Are my kids going to want to live there? Or am I going to end up being, this is my terror. Right? One day an old guy who's going to be too old to move back here because it's just going to be too late. And my kids are going to decide to make their lives for their spouses and themselves and their children back here because it's better. I don't want that. So I want my children to remember, just like I want you to remember. The unbelievable successes as well, we've talked about it all. It's about context.